them done they fall. MAZI NNAMDI Kanu has defeated them. He has won the case. Yeah.
Alright, depending on your time zone and your location. More updates from MAZI NNAMDI Kanu. The legacy MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, led by Aloy Ejimakor, went on their normal routine visit to see MAZI NNAMDI Kanu. And MAZI NNAMDI Kanu is the through his legal team, apart from the initial message was sent to IPOB generally. According to updates from the official Twitter, MAZI Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, which I'll still read out the updates to you guys. MAZI NNAMDI Kanu could see that na Ewaronye Emeho agree with the update and message was sent to Biafrans. So now visit here in a DSS detention Ebono na Abuja, yes, to confirm whether it is from him or not. Mananga Tarunia from the official X handle Barrister Aloy Ejimakor. Then after that, there was a video analysis from one night worker or direct on the spot. I give him credit for putting out this video together. You can play on the video when you the ruling in Kenya concerning MAZI NNAMDI Kanu. Other analysis I want you guys to listen to the video, watch it to the end, drop your opinion again in the comment section, and share the video. Meanwhile, can go tell no updates from the official ex-handle Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, and the update says.
Rising from today's visitation, MAZI NNAMDI Kanu took the opportunity to hail his lawyer and siblings for the stunning victory from Kenya. He also extended an open invitation to anybody who is in doubt about this message through his lawyers to personally pay him a visit at the DSS.
Alright, if I have the official update from MAZI NNAMDI Kanu or dropped yesterday to his legal team in the DSS office yesterday. So now you guys watch this other video. You watch it, drop your opinion again in the comment section. It was the video can does always so we want this update. Enjoy the rest of the videos. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so everybody gather here. Come and hear. Come and hear. It has finally happened. One by one, them done they fall. One by one, them done they fall. MAZI NNAMDI Kanu has defeated them. He has won the case. Yes, he has just defeated the Federal Republic of Kenya. Yes, he defeated Kenya in this same trial that he is undergoing in Nigeria. You may not be aware that NNAMDI Kanu also sued the government of Kenya as he sued the government of Nigeria. And he said that he will defeat them. Do you know what happened? NNAMDI Kanu has just defeated the government of Kenya in a court ruling. I'm going to read it for you, so calm down, don't rush. Easy. I know you are happy wherever you are, as I am. Don't rush. Not only did he defeat Kenya, they also awarded him 120 million naira as damages on the extraordinary rendition, kidnap, torture, dehumanization that he received, and what the Kenyan government assisted in doing to him in the country. I beg, let's clap now. It's not easy. You think it's easy? You think it's easy? Clap. Please, whatever you are doing, it is time to either stop it and watch this video, or you go and finish it and come back to this video. And always remember to give a like on this video. If you are new, subscribe, turn on the notification, and click on the bell. So before I read out the judgment and the news, many of you don't know that NNAMDI Kanu had a case with the Kenyan government because our eyes were focused on Nigeria. But you forgot that it was Kenyan government, Nigerian government, that had a hand in this. And you will be shocked to know who is the lawyer MAZI NNAMDI Kanu used in this case. You will remember this Professor Lumumba, that his videos are trending all over social media, a Pan-Africanist, always speaking bold and strong about Africa and everything. That was the lawyer NNAMDI Kanu used. For those that can't remember his face, but I'm sure if I show you, look at his face, definitely I know you are remembering already. That man, very, very intelligent, very wise, and very bold. Who else was going to, argue this case in the courts? Kenya not be Nigeria. Kenya is not Nigeria that they do anyhow, that they do anyhow and treat people anyhow. No. There is rule of law in Kenya. Even the government of Kenya, they are always afraid of the courts. I'm telling you. So it's not surprise that MAZI NNAMDI Kanu secured a victory. Be that as it may, it is still not easy to win a case that you're not sitting in that country. You are fighting against the federal government of that country, and you defeated that country. MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, a prophet. Mark it. I've been saying it here. Some people are doubting it. That man, MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, is not normal. He's not normal. He's a prophet. Let me read to you the court judgment and the news directly. Listen very carefully. A High Court in Nairobi, Kenya Kenya has ruled that the abduction and detention of IPOB leader, indigenous people of Biafra, NNAMDI Kanu, in Kenya, and his subsequent rendition to Nigeria in June 2021 were unlawful and illegal. Let's go on. Delivering judgment, Justice E.C. Mwita held that the actions of both the Nigerian and Kenyan governments amounted to gross violations of Kanu's fundamental human rights as protected by their respective constitutions. You see, imagine Kenya is even protecting Nigerian constitution. A shame, a shame. The court also awarded Kanu 10 million Kenyan shillings, which is 120 million naira, in compensatory damages against the Kenyan government for its role in the unlawful abduction and rendition. Justice E.C. Mwita said directly, having considered the pleadings and arguments by both parties, the decision I relied on are the Constitution and the law. I come to the following conclusions. Firstly, the government of Kenya violated the Constitution and Mr. NNAMDI Kanu's rights and fundamental freedoms. Having entered Kenya lawfully, he was subject to the protection offered by the Constitution of Kenya 2010, and the government of Kenya had an obligation to uphold and protect his rights and fundamental freedoms. Mr. NNAMDI Kanu was, however, abducted, kept in solitary confinement, tortured, and denied food and medication, a breach of basic rights. He was chained, humiliated, ridiculed, and held in contempt, and later forcibly removed from Kenya without following the law, in violation of his rights and fundamental freedoms, for which the government of Kenya is liable. Jesus. Hey, thank you, Lord. Based on the above conclusions, the court makes the following declarations as orders. It considers appropriate. A declaration is hereby issued that the abduction of Mr. NNAMDI Kanu, holding him in incommunicado confinement, torturing him, and denying him food, water, medication, and other basic necessities was a violation of his rights and fundamental freedoms. A declaration is hereby issued that the abduction and subsequent forcible removal of NNAMDI Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria was in violation of the laws of Kenya, his rights and fundamental freedoms, including freedom of movement, freedom of security of the person guaranteed by the Constitution of Kenya 2010, and therefore unconstitutional and illegal. Listen, we are still on. An order for compensation is hereby issued, awarding Mr. NNAMDI Kanu general damages of 10 million Kenyan shillings, which is 120 million naira, against the Attorney General of Kenya and the government of Kenya on behalf of the federal government of Kenya for the violation of Mr. NNAMDI Kanu's constitutional rights and fundamental freedoms. This is the judgment of the courts of Kenya. And doesn't it ring a bell? Remember that a high court sitting in Abia State gave a judgment like this for NNAMDI Kanu. Yes, gave a judgment that a compensation be made to NNAMDI Kanu. You see that a good court is a good court. So you see, that judgment and these judgments in Kenya look very similar. So whatever they have been doing in that Justice Binta Anyako's court was just a charade. Let's go on, because after that judgment was given, the IPOB brought out a statement, and this is what the IPOB said, the indigenous people of Biafra. So meanwhile, the IPOB has hailed the judgment as a landmark victory, saying that it vindicates the group's long-standing position since what it described as the sham and partial trial of its leader in Nigeria. A statement signed by the IPOB spokesperson, Ima Powerful, said, as he read, "The indigenous people of Biafra wishes to formally announce a resounding judicial earthquake that has shaken the legal foundations of the fraudulent rendition of our leader, Onyendu MAZI NNAMDI Kanu. In a historic, courageous, and landmark judgment delivered on June 14th, 2025, the High Court in Kenya, sitting in Nairobi, found that the abduction, incommunicado detention, torture, and illegal transfer of MAZI NNAMDI Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria in June 2021 was unlawful, unconstitutional, and a gross violation of his fundamental human rights under Kenyan and international law. This judgment vindicates our consistent position that what transpired in Nairobi, Kenya in June 2021 was not extradition but an extraordinary rendition. It was a criminal act of state-sponsored international terrorism involving the highest authorities of the Nigerian and Kenyan governments. We are grateful beyond measure to the brilliant legal leadership of Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, lead counsel in the Kenyan litigation, whose courage, clarity, and tenacity led to this monumental legal victory. IPOB also extends heartfelt appreciation to Kenyan judiciary, especially Honorable Justice E.C. Mwita, who stood tall against ferocious political interference and international diplomatic pressure to deliver a fearless judgment grounded in law, morality, and constitutional justice. We know, and now, the world must acknowledge that MAZI NNAMDI Kanu did not commit any crime in Kenya. He entered Kenya lawfully as a British citizen. He was abducted in broad daylight at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by agents of Nigeria's secret police in collusion with rogue elements of the Kenyan security apparatus. He was chained, tortured, denied medication, and eventually bundled onto a private jet and flown illegally to Abuja without any extradition hearing or judicial warrant. This verdict places a permanent and indelible legal stain on the records of former Presidents Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, and former Attorney General of Nigeria Abubakar Malami and their accomplices. It also exposes the criminal lobbying missions embarked upon by Nigerian leaders, from Buhari, Osinbajo to Tinubu and Shetima, all of whom tried and failed to manipulate Kenya's judiciary to cover up this internationally condemned act of extraordinary rendition. Let it be known that this is not the end. This is just the beginning of a global accountability campaign. All those responsible in Kenya, Nigeria, or elsewhere shall be pursued to the ends of the earth under the universal principle of accountability for crimes against humanity. Neither the British diplomatic complicity nor cowardly silence from Western powers will shield perpetrators from the legal, diplomatic, and moral reckoning that is coming for them. To Justice E.C. Mwita, we say, thank you for your judicial bravery. To Professor P.L.O. Lumumba and his legal team, we salute you, sir. We also salute your exceptional advocacy. Now, to all the oppressed people of the world, this is your victory. Also, a warning to tyrants that international borders will no longer shield criminals and criminal regimes from justice. That is it. Clear case of justice well served. How do you think you can come to a country and perform such criminal acts and go free of charge? It's just a matter of time. I don't know why the United Nations have not yet said anything about it. Look at a whole UN. Are they going to pretend they don't know that such an act happened in a country of kidnap, extraordinary rendition? It's obvious that Kenya looks like a country that is the beacon of hope for Africa when it comes to judiciary. Because I've been following many of their cases over the years, mostly their judiciary. Because if it is their presidents and the executive that is staying with Nigerians, it's just their courts that are trying, if you are lucky. This is a wonderful victory for NNAMDI Kanu, and I'm sure Omotosho is watching this now. Because there is no court in Nigeria that has found NNAMDI Kanu guilty before. I don't think your own court, Omotosho, should be the first to find him guilty. Even a whole Bintanyako could not find NNAMDI Kanu guilty. So I see no reason why Omotosho will find MAZI NNAMDI Kanu guilty. I see no reason why Omotosho should not release MAZI NNAMDI Kanu. Discharge him. He has no case to answer. if for anything, send him back to Kenya, where he was stolen from. Look at it clear. Are you not ashamed? All the judges that has handled NNAMDI Kanu's case, Justice Binta Nyako, are you not ashamed of this kind of judgment? That a case was brought to your court. As a judge, you should know better. A kidnapper cannot bring somebody to court for you to try. That's what you did in your court. You tried a kidnapper's victim. Just imagine it. Check it yourself. I want to show the same thing you are doing now. Because NNAMDI Kanu is a victim of kidnap. And the kidnapper brought to your court and you are even trying it. Where is justice in that? What you should do is to try the kidnapper, arrest that kidnapper, bring him to your court and sentence him to serve as a deterrent to anybody who wants to kidnap again tomorrow. The Nigerian government should be brought to court. They should be sentenced. Somebody should go in for it. Buhari that used state resources to commit this crime, and Malami that was used to commit this crime, all of them should be brought into that court and they should go to prison. They should be sentenced to prison for kidnap. Yes? Clear? So what is it? What is NNAMDI Kanu in the court doing? The Kenyan government has ruled that this man was kidnapped and they should pay him a fine. This is exactly what you should also do on Motosho on the 18th. Simple. Discharge this man, grant him compensation, invite those people that kidnapped him and sentence them. In fact, I think the IPOB should file a case against Buhari and Malami, sue them immediately to Nigerian court and international court. This case will be easy, like ABC. IPOB is the accused. The Kenyan government, you call their names, so not just Kenyan government, you call their names Uhuru Kenyatta, Buhari, Malami, and the Attorney General of Kenya as at that time. These four people, you will sue them. They will be defendants in international court. You also sue them you also sue Buhari and Malami in Nigerian court, because you have already won Uhuru Kenyatta and the Attorney General of Kenya in their own court. So you repeat the same thing in Nigerian court. Then you will bundle four of them, you understand, to international court straight. Let them feel the heat. This case cannot go like that. No, these people cannot be sleeping peacefully while NNAMDI Kanu is suffering in dungeon. It cannot happen. Let's rejoice for this one. Let's rejoice. Let's be happy for today. It's a good day. Today is a good day. I don't want to really take it down. Today is a day of joy. I'm so happy. Please tell me what you think about this victory in the comment section. Tell me what you think about what Motosho should do going by this recent victory. And of course, Motosho is seeing this victory right now. Tell me what you think he should do and should be done. Also, about those that played a role in this whole act, because they are walking free so far. Thank you very much for watching. To all my supporters around the world, watching me from all the countries of the universe, I thank you. I appreciate you. May God guide, protect you from anything that you do. I appreciate you all. I have been your host, Chi Ne Du.